Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to SevTech Ages. So today, episode 25, we are going to be doing a server tour. I'm not going to be showing off my base because you guys see it every single episode. But you can see I am adding a roof onto it, onto the Rotunda. I'm working on it. And then I started working on the courtyard area a bit. So, but we have a lot of bases to cover today, so I don't want to spend any time over here if I can avoid it. Now, first up, we are going to head up north to Trividi's. And Trivedi is one of the newer additions to our server. So he is still in Age 0, I think. I believe he's still in Age 0. So, his base is, he's only been on here, I want to say for, hey, come here. I want to say he's only been on here for, like, 4 days or something like that. So, his base is... Oh, no. Don't worry, Trivedi. I'm going to fix your house. I apologize. I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to pop into creative mode for this. Simply because I don't want that to happen again. So, and I'll actually turn off the UI and everything. So anyways, Trivedi, like I said, he is the youngest base on the server that I'm going to be showing you. Josh is actually our newest player, but he literally just started, so he doesn't have a base at present. Okay, I actually had to stop and wait for a little while because the neighbors cranked up the volume on their stereo for like an hour. But anyways, it's like midnight too, you know. Anyways, this is Trividi's base. Like I said, I mean, he's the newest on the server. I believe he is maybe mining cobble down in... Yeah, it looks like he's probably using this for like cobblestone and stuff for initial resources. But anyways, I really like this structure for, you know, him only having been on the server for a few days now. He's done quite a good job. I like the architecture, that modern style. Because I'm a sucker for modern style, to be perfectly honest. Anyways, you go up in here and he's got like storage and stuff like that. As you can tell, I mean, it's very early game, so. And then he's got, I believe right back here, yeah, he's got a horse set up. And he's got a horse down this pit. I believe, I want to say this is the horse that he's been riding. Because I think I recall, he rode by the castle the other day when I was working. And I believe that horse is the one that he's riding right now, I think. I want to say. So, and then he's got a bridge here that runs across. So, I think it's coming along very well already. So, next up, let us head to Wega's base. And then we'll head over to Red Rock Mountain Man, otherwise known as Zila Monster, which we might actually spot Zila Monster and possibly Faraday, because both of them are online right now. So, but anyways, Wega's base is actually, it's come along quite well since you guys last saw it. This is where our roads are starting to connect, and I believe I showed you guys this. It comes through, and then if we pop down here, he's got some stairs right here that head up to that balcony area that I showed you before. He's got some farms up here that kind of run through cotton and wheat at the moment. And then some storage stuff in place. And then over here he's got a windmill set up. Which I actually quite like this design, using the fence posts. And then of course he's got the, you know, the chime right there to stop the gearbox so it doesn't break whenever it rains. And then right down here he's got his millstone, his saw set up. And then all of his animals. And then back over here we've got his storage. I think you guys have seen a lot of this. And then all of his like machine, or I say machine, smelting stuff, and his smeltery and everything. And then over here he started working on Abyssal Craft. And I know he said he had his statues set up. I know he's got some astral sorcery stuff right up here, which I want to check something because he was looking for a star field. And I told him there was one right over here in like the middle of my base that I'm not using. So I'm not sure if he actually ended up setting up anything over here. No, not yet. Okay. Because I told him he can, you know, he can have that area. That one right there on that little peninsula that comes out. So, and then his road, and then he's got his Between Lands portal. And I'm not going to go all the way down his road. I can fly up over it. Because I've showed you guys this place a couple times. But he's got, along the way, you know, he's got like little decorations and stuff like that. I believe this is his Abyssal Craft. Yeah, just kind of over here out of the way. so as not to have to deal with Shoggoths and everything. And then the road here connects over to a village, which I believe has an Atlas trader in it, I think. I think this village does. And then one other thing I want to show you over here, this is a new addition. If you recall last episode I mentioned that we are going to be connecting up our blood magic areas with the, the cave system that kind of runs underneath it. And right over here is actually his cave system. And it's like, it's really kind of eerie cave as you're going down. My climbing claws always get hooked on it. I need to turn those things off possibly. But anyways, if you come down through here, you have this nice overgrown cave. I mean, he has literally taken the Betweenlands. Like what he told me whenever I first came over here was he like pretty much took the whole Betweenlands and brought it over here bit by bit into the overworld. So you could tell, I mean, this is a lot of shears. A lot of shear action going on for this cave. So, and he's wanting to eventually remove the torches, make it a little bit darker, and do some stuff like that as well. But this is one of the projects he's been working on. So I mean, it's pretty much all between stone. I mean, it looks like, if I didn't know better, I would say that it feels like we are in the Betweenlands. Like we're down inside of a cave in the Betweenlands. So, and then he's got his runes down for his tier 2 altar and everything that he's been working on. He might actually have tier 3 now, because he's got the sea lanterns out for it. So it is possible this is actually a tier 3 altar. Anyways, I believe that's everything over here. And then let's head out. We're going to go out here really far to the west, because we have to go over here to Red Rock Mountain Man's base, which is actually quite a ways out. I've only been there once, and it was one time whenever I was out exploring and kind of ran into it. And I haven't been out there since. I mean, it's a few thousand blocks. So I'll be back here in just a second. Okay, we are here at Zila Monster's base, / Red Rock Mountain Man. And he's actually right over there. We'll say hi to him in just a second. But anyways, his base has expanded since the last time I came out here, and I love the style. Like, look at this. He has taken a lot of time working on the detail of this base. And it is, it's kind of got those, like, palisade walls. Like, those old fortifications. And then he's got, like, all of his cows in this area. Are these open? That's awesome. That's how you get in. Oh, and you can also get in over here. But there's, I don't know about this one, but this one has a gate on this side, which is really cool. And there he goes. I'm just going to creep around behind him for a minute. He found me! He found me! But yeah, I love this detail here. Like, I mean, he's got, chests and crates and all that stuff set up, and like it looks like this is really, really well done. I love the chisels and bits on this. I'm gonna have him come set up my animal pens. Oh, by the way, speaking of ages, I meant to mention everybody's ages, because of course that's kind of important. Trivedi is still, I believe, in age 0, and Wega is in age 2. Wega's actually he's caught up to me, and we're kind of sitting about the same. I mean, he's still working through Betweenlands and stuff like that, and doing a lot of building. But he is presently in age 2. I think Zila Monster is in age 1. Right? Oh, okay, he's in age 2 now, but he's tidying up from age 1. But yeah, like, I don't know, I love that little area there. I love it. And then we've got his storage area, which this is really well organized. Like, I'm quite jealous. I didn't even have a storage area. Well, I had that little place up inside the totem, but it wasn't nice like this is. Like, I don't know, I mean, this little area is a lot better situated than mine was in the totems. Because he's got, like, all of his crafting stuff here, and it's easily accessible, and, chests with stuff stored away in them, and then shelves and everything. I don't know, everything's all nicely set up. Smelting area, yeah, it's quite nice. And I love the mass amount of hay bales around, so it feels, natural, like a town and everything. It looks good. And these guys' blood magic stuff set up back here, which kind of makes sense because you're always stabbing yourself. So anytime you get a chance, just step back here, stab yourself. And then over here he's got his kiln set up. And then this goes back into Red Rock Mountains. That's his home. Red Rock Mountain Man. And then over here, what are all these totems? Whoa! Look at all this. It's like every boost. Every boost in this little area. That's awesome. I've never seen so many buffs. I mean, even environmental tech doesn't give you this many buffs. It's crazy. Crazy powerful. And then, okay, luminous crafting table right here, which he said I think he just hit age 2. He's cleaning up, you know, from age 1 and everything. So, over here, he's got a huge garden, and I like the way this garden is set up, too. Kind of reminds me of, like, the Nile River farming. Like, I don't know, like, I imagine it anyways. But I love it, because it's not like a, you know, a box. Which is something I really need to work on breaking away from, because I tend to always have my farms. I love this farm, though. I love that. And then he's got this really cool aqueduct system. When I first found his base, he had these big aqueducts set up, and he has this water coming from way up here. But it wasn't actually running when I first came here because he set it up, but he didn't have a way to move the water, so he just kind of had the aqueduct system running down here. And all these, like, red rocks run along the edges here. And I love that. Oh, he's got a huge, like, complex over there. But I love the detail on this. And since then, he's got a way to move water, you know, and he's got the water set up here and everything. There's actually a water pool right here. So that's quite nifty. That's quite nifty indeed. And that's why I started calling him Red Rock Mountain Man, because I didn't know who it was for like a few days. And it was just like this huge aqueduct system that ran down from the Red Rock Mountain. And at the time, it was actually, I believe it was actually this Palisade Animal Farm that he was living in. But I want to say it was moved like over to this area, I think. But maybe not. Maybe it was right there. But it wasn't quite as ornate. You know, it was basically just logs up in a circle at the time. But I couldn't figure out who it was, so I was asking everybody when they would log on. I was like, "Are you Red Rock Mountain Man?" And I remember Zila logged on. I was like, "Are you Red Rock Mountain Man?" He's like, "I live in a Red Rock Mountain, yes." Oh, but anyways, like, look at this big like complex. Like, this is really cool. And the fact he kept the bricks, you know, that he's getting from the mountain and everything. Oh, and then he's got all of his horsepower stuff up here. And kind of creep on him and watch him working. And aqueducts running through. Where do these go? Oh, they head off into the mountain. I don't think they actually go anywhere. I think that's just decorative. Yeah, that's just decorative. There's stone back there. But that's really cool because it looks like the water's like going somewhere. And it might, you know, it might eventually go somewhere. I love it though, because this is going to be a big build, it looks like. Oh wow, his Betweenlands tree's way up there. And then he's got his smelter and everything, and he's got, is that water wheels? Yep, 2 of them. Oh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. And it looks like, you know, the water's being used and everything. I'm really excited to see how this all turns out. This is quite nifty. And I love, like, the fact there's pathways going around, and it feels like, I believe this is the water channel. Yeah, but it kind of feels like pathways on top of pathways. And this is going to be like a big dam. This is what it makes me think of. And then if we go up, see, up here is this horsepower stuff. Up here is another humongous complex. I'm not sure the intended way to get up there. It looks like there's a pathway that's going to come out from the smeltery there. I am kind of glad I went into creative for this, because I can kind of fly around and... Oh, here he goes. Where's he going? Aha. There's something back there, and he blocked me out of it. Let's see. I guess I could pop into spectator mode, but spectator, I tend to go through things too much. Is this where he just went? No. He's inside of this tower somewhere. There he is. How's he getting over here? How's he doing it? Oh, that is where he went through. Okay. Yeah, it looks like he is currently working on this. This is going to be impressive. This is going to be... And there's another smeltery up here. This is going to be really impressive. Like, it's up to, like, clouds. Cloud level here. Man. Yeah, this is going to be big. I like this scale that he's building at. There he goes, just working away. And the nice thing is, I mean, the building material that he's using looks perfect here. Like, all of these... let me turn off these clouds, because they're going to drive me insane Oh wow, turn off the clouds. Look right above us. There's the Betweenlands portal right there. And there's his beneath portal. But like the red rock looks great here because it kind of blends in. You know, it looks natural. And I quite like that. And then he's got plenty of his material right here with all of these red rock bricks. And there's a lot of really huge red rock mountains. Like if we look at the map, right now we're right over here, right? And look at that, like red rock. That is, I think it's a red sand desert if I recall. There's more red rock up there. We have a lot of like deserts and arid environment up here. But I quite like this. And like from down here, especially with the clouds turned off, like that Betweenlands portal is really impressive. Like that is really awesome. And then you have like that big structure coming together. That's going to be awesome. And I bet you he's probably going to use that mountain over there as well, I imagine. But anyways, that's come along a lot. Because like I said, whenever I first came over here, it was really just like a little palisade wall, and then the aqueducts coming down. So he has definitely made some great strides since I was last over here. And next up we have KAUA's Base. I love this base. He has done a really awesome job with this. Like, look at this. He's been working on all these structures, which this one over here is new, I think. Anyways, let's take a look here, and I think, yeah, right here there's a piece of wood missing. Oh, there's actually a couple pieces of wood missing. That might be intentional, I'm not for sure, but I know in my base I've been having issues with lightning and stuff striking the wood and destroying the wood. I guess is what it is. I have random wood disappearing. But anyways, he has this, this is such a cool base design, and I quite like it. But we've got, you know, all of his astral sorcery stuff and animals and everything. But look at this building. I love this building. I love this building. I saw this, the first time I saw this was, I think, oh, there's a mob spawner down here. I was like, I'm thinking this is all mining. Blaze spawners. Alright. The spikes killing them and making blaze powder. KAUA, by the way, I believe he is in age 4 right now. I think he's on age 4. Most of the people that we're going to be checking out, most of them are in like age 4 at the moment and age 5. Oh yeah, we got to go up. Oh, there's an elevator here. Okay. I'm not used to there being elevator blocks, so I gotta keep an eye out for those. But anyways, storage area it looks like, and okay, he may not have started AE yet. I think Faradays started. Well, he's got Sardis. What? I don't know. Probably get Sardis though. I'm not for sure as far as the progression goes. But then we've got immersive engineering up here, and I love the design of these. We're going to have to go back out there here in just a second and look at these, because I love the way the buildings are shaped, where you have that really thin base. Oh, and look at the roof here. Look at all this. And this overlooks those machines. Nifty. Very, very nifty. These guys' windmill up there. I think that windmill is maybe just for decoration. Yeah, I think it's just for decoration. Okay. Yeah, I've actually got a windmill made up because I was going to use them for decoration on the Shepherd building, but it didn't really fit anywhere. So I didn't end up using it, but I've got one in a chest that I was going to use. But see how the base is like really small and then it like grows? It's like reverse building design. I love it. I love it a lot. And then over here, smeltery and horsepower stuff outside here. Then if we head into this tower, engine and the presser, squeezer system, fermenter, and then it comes around market. And then this is really cool because you got all the pipes coming up there, and I love that. You know, I use those in ATM a lot. These are, I think, yeah, these are just for decoration too. I love that. I love using the immersive engineering pipes for decoration. They're amazing. They're amazing for that. And then up here we have Pneumaticraft, which I can't wait to get into. I love that mod. Probably my favorite tech mod, or one of my favorite tech mods. That looks like a mixer. Multi-block. I don't know. We'll get into it all in time. And then, let's see. Over here we have Astral Sorcery stuff, which we're going to be using that in just a second to make travel a bit faster. That's the closest He's the only one, I think, in the, like, real northern section. I know Team Derp has a setup, and they're kind of northern, I think. I've actually got them marked. By the way, that's KAUA Base, if you're curious about the journey map look of it. And actually, let's, really quickly, like, there's Wega's base in journey map, and then up here we have Triveday's base in journey map, and then we have Zila Monster's monster base. I love that. I love that base so much. In journey map as well. But anyways, his astral sorcery stuff, which I'm so excited to be starting into. Like I said, I've been postponing it because it's a little bit OP for exploration early on, but we'll do that in Abyssal Craft together. So, and then out here, we'll go in that building and just say, which I haven't, I'm pretty sure, Callahan, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this building's fairly new. I don't think this was here the last time I was over here. I don't think so. And then he's got his blood magic area out here, which looks to be just a tier 2. Or no, yeah, tier 2 at the moment. And then oil pump. I love those things. It's not running right now, is it? No. I love those things, though. And then Abyssal Craft. Does this lead? I bet this leads down to Shogoths. Yeah. Or, not Shogoths, but statues. And then Nether Portal, Hunting Dimension, Twilight Forest. Right there. And then over here we've got... What all is in this building? Water Wheel. Maybe this was here before? But I don't recall it. That's a sound muffler, by the way. Right there. Which kind of makes sense. Those saws are so noisy. And then the Crucible setup, which we'll be getting into once we hit age 3. And then... It may not go upstairs in this building yet. Climbing claws, I swear. Yeah, I don't really see an elevator to go upstairs, but oh, there's a spot right here. I think it's like the other ones though, but we're gonna pop up here. And so that's what is upstairs at the moment. So, and I believe that's all of KAUA's base. I believe so. I love that though. I love that style. That's just so cool. That one's my favorite right there. For sure, but I love the entrance and the pipes and stuff coming out of this one a lot. I love it. Okay, so next up, I guess next up, let's take the teleporter, and we're going to head to Team Derp. Which I'm going to have to turn this off. Let's see, Faraday, and Derp Astral. Yeah, you can see there's like no other teleports up here. There are more teleports, because I know Damien's got one, but I think it's too far. We're going to head to Derp's. Derp Astral. This is Team Derp. Team Derp. Okay, we're going to start getting into some teams as we move to the south. Some of them are teams. Team Derp is Cyraven, Solaris, Sneaky Seraphim, and Extanos. So all 4 of them together. That's Team Derp. They are in age 4, I believe. I know they were at age 3, but they said they were about to hit age 4, and that was like 2 days ago. So I'm pretty sure they're probably at age 4 right now. Because I know Sneaky said she was just waiting for Psy and X Thanos to get on before they hit age 4. But anyways, this is their astral sorcery area, which... Not sure if there's like an elevator or something that I'm missing. There's a big pile of blocks down here. But I think they all... I want to say maybe they have flight. But I'm not for sure. Okay, their base is right here. Team Derp. Okay. We'll head off over here. Then. They may have an astral teleporter in their base. Maybe it just wasn't within range or something. But anyways, here is their base. They've been working on these walls. Extanos has been working on these walls. I believe he's the one that's been building them. Because I remember Sneaky saying something about the walls looked really good. But they use the tower blocks here as a door. And then if we head in, we have this massive courtyard area. And all their farms and everything set up right over here. And then Between Lands Farm, right over here. And then, let's see, over here... I finally found their base like the other night. So, and I kind of looked around. All their animals. So many animals right there. So many animals. And then the apple trees and stuff. And here's their blood magic setup, which I know Cyraven's been working on this. And this is built out for a tier 6, which I'm actually not for sure in this pack if it's possible to get the tier 6, because I think in blood magic right now it's not legitimately possible to get a tier 6, you know, standard blood magic, but I know a lot of packs add it in as a recipe, which that's probably glowstone, I bet you, because I'm not in the right age to be able to see glowstone, so I bet you that's glowstone, not sea lanterns. So I can't see glowstone blocks, so that's the thing. Like, some of the blocks, I'm just like, it's lost on me because I can't, you know, I'm not high enough age to see them. But anyways, distillation tower right here, and then let's see, their base is actually pretty big. We'll go in this room first, and this is industrial craft building, it looks like, with their water wheels. I love the one that's using the astral sorcery, liquid starlight. I couldn't think of the name for a second there. Current project pressure chamber. They have all these like current project chests and stuff. I always hear them talking about it. They're like, it's in the current project chest. Pneumatic craft back in here. It looks like, what is this block? Green schist. Okay. By the way, in the Rotunda, I forgot to mention, I spent forever the other night looking for blue schist. And I was like, Faraday, and I was talking to Faraday and Galahad, I was like, have you guys seen blue schist? And Faraday was helping me look for it. And everybody, they had seen it, but they couldn't remember where they saw it. It's in the oceans, down in the ocean. So if you're looking for that, that's where it's at. Here's their Between Lands portal. Right there. And then, let's see, let's go to these buildings first. So right in here, I'm not for sure. This is probably something that's going to go in here at the moment. Right now there's just a horse. Maybe it's actually probably going to be maybe a stable right here, I think, or a barn. Let's see. Right here we've got, looks like storage, garden stuff, plants and stuff, storage. Oh, and then it goes down. Okay, this is just a storage building, is what it is. Metals and everything. And then this I hate these sticks that just spawn in. It always happens to me, and I have to break them, and they drive me insane because they'll be in like weird places like that. Twilight Forest storage. Everything's labeled here with signs. Immersive engineering, blood magic, and drawer controller. And I think this is all frame trim. Yeah. Abyssal craft. I know Sneaky had been working on this building, I believe, because she was talking about doing the trim and stuff. Between Lands right here, and then if we head down again, we've got, this is like the biggest storage building. This is like bigger than my Divine Journey storage building. It's massive. There's some a parrot. And then we have different stones and stuff. I think kind of miscellaneous stuff. There's more back there. This building is huge. And then different types of wood, and yeah, this building is massive. It's massive. Slate tiles. I was thinking that slate. Oh, it keeps going. It keeps going. Okay, let's see. What do we got in here? Twilight Forest trophy room. Back in here, which I think, yeah, I don't think they've done Snow Queen yet, and the Yeti and all that stuff. Because I know Sneaky said she couldn't get to the castle at the moment. And then here's their to-do list. I see a misprint. Hi, Barry. But yeah, they're all like, they have their own like jobs, responsibilities and stuff. And then I guess this is, oh, this is their bedroom. Right here. I'm like lost. This is like a maze. I came in that way. And this is, looks like cooking and, well, there's bows. Yeah, and tools and stuff like that. Over here is drying room, looks like. And I know I'm probably getting some of these rooms wrong. I do apologize, but and this is brewing and stuff, it looks like. And then what do we have if we go downstairs here? We have, this is probably the library they're working on. And then Downstairs yet again, we've got portal room. And then downstairs again, we've got horsepower. Oh, and this leads into caves. Kind of funny that torch doesn't break off. And then caves and caves. Okay. Okay, so I think we reached the bottom. Out of curiosity, we're at Y level 41, but they are on top of a mountain, I think. So I know we came down like a mile into the ground here. And then if we head up this way, what do we have here? This leads up into this little section. Where am I? Oh, I'm behind this building here. And then that leads into the back of the storage building. Okay, so we are... Let's see, what is this building? Of curiosity. Enchanting room. Which I'm really excited about getting to. I have an idea for our enchanting room. Speaking of, and yeah, we're going to get to that before too long. As soon as we hit age 3, I mean, that's something I can't do until we hit age 3. And then, let's see. If we head on up, let's see, that's probably going to go somewhere. Is this building right here? Okay, what's in here? Oh, this leads... Okay, this is headed somewhere. And, oh, it heads down to like a little dock area. Okay. Alright, and that path, I'm betting that path's going to link up, maybe up to there or something. Okay, so let's go back down here. And, let's see, we checked out that building. Back through here... I think this is all decorative, Twilight Forest area. You see they got the Naga stone and everything laid out. Before we go up into this, it reminds me of like the Great Wall of China. Over here, we've got Astral Sorcery Teleporter. So they do have one over here. It just wasn't within range. Okay, that makes sense. And then back along in here, we've got TC area. And smelters, you know, this is like a general purpose smelting area right here. By the way, what's their dog's name? Long Boy. That dog was at KAUA's base the other day. He showed up at KAUA's base for some reason. He was like, whose dog is Long Boy? And he was like, no, he couldn't figure it out. This is a little office area. Astral Tome. Ah. Ha ha ha. I didn't realize frame bookcases give enchant power now. Maybe they always did, but I don't remember ever seeing enchant power on those. That's awesome. Okay, so let's see. Where do we want to go? Let's head off in this direction. I think this just leaves the base. Yeah, this just leaves the base. Yeah, they have like the Great Wall of China going on here. And then let's see. Let's go up. See, I think there's a way. Yeah, there's a room over here. Which is there between lands. It looks like what's going to be a between lands brewing area, I think. And then I'm going to fly through this. I don't know if we can access the top of this. Oh yeah, there's stairs right there that are kind of blocked off right now. I don't know. I don't think there's anything inside the rooms at the moment. I think this is all decorative area. But let's see. This is really cool though. This thing is huge. And this is all... rooms you can get up inside of. This is where we would climb up to the top of this. It's going to be a really cool vantage point up here. And then Astral Sorcery up here. Okay. Alright. And that is, like I said, that's Team Derp in this area. And a good aerial viewpoint because it's so big. it's a big base. And then if we take a look at Journey Map, that's what it looks like on Journey Map. And then their Astral Sorcery area over there. Okay, so anyways, on to the next base, which I think... Let's see. Yeah, right over here is Diroy Mag. We're going to just fly over to Diroy Mag's. Because I know he doesn't have an Astral Sorcery connection, so we're just going to fly over there. And I'm not for sure who this is. This might actually be Josh, maybe. But I'm not for sure because I know he said he was starting to find some signs of life, but he wasn't sure where anybody was for sure. So I don't know if this is Josh or not. In this little section. It could be. Because this wasn't here the last time I came through the Darklands area, which was just a couple nights ago. Because I was bouncing around looking for blue schist. So that's very possible that might be Josh's. Anyways, here is Dairoy's base, which he is in age... Oh, I'm actually not for sure what age he's in. I want to say he's in age 1. No, he's in age 2. He's got between lands. Yeah, he's in age 2. I think he's earlier into age 2 at the moment. So, but this is Dairoy's base over here. And that's actually the Darklands biome where I was hunting before. So, I can't remember if I showed the base because it's actually grown a little bit since the last time we were over here. But he is working on like castle walls right here. So, and then he's got all of his storage and everything. And then jack-o'-lanterns. Jack-o'-lanterns are so nice for like early game light. They really are. Especially because you can put them down the floor like that and walk over them. Blood magic area. Right over here. And his saw and stuff like that. Turntable. All that good stuff. Which I actually want to cover the turntable at some point for redstone. Because you can use it for redstone timers and... I didn't even think about using it for a toggle when I was needing a toggle before. But you can do that. So, and then back in here, we've got Abyssal Craft. I like this. It's actually pretty... Mine's still like a horrible mess. Like it's just cobble and stone down there. I actually like his quite a bit. And he's got totems. What kind of effects are we getting? We've got Spider for getting out of there, I'm sure. And then Bat, which is the, what, extra jump. And then it's probably strength or resistance, maybe both in here as well. Well, it's got to be one or the other, but I don't know. It's hard to tell because I'm getting it from my nourishment, but I mean, these guys between lands portal back in here. That is Dairoy's base, and like I said, I think he's pretty early into age 2. I want to say he hit age 2 not terribly long ago. And then let's see, who's closer, Damien or Garlic or Faraday? Okay, so next up we have Faradays Base, which I was actually over here for the first time the other night. Because I was trying to... His key bugged out in the between lands, and he was going to have to redo the entire progression. So I was trying to give him one, but I couldn't figure out the command for the between lands key, so I just warped to him and tried to give him one, or gave him one, you know. And that was my first time being over here. But anyways, this is Faraday. This is kind of like his Abyssal Craft stuff. It's over on this side. Just kind of like a little working area. And I know he's working on a new base. I'm not for sure where it's at. It might be near this one. If so, we'll find it. I was meaning to catch him, but he actually just logged off right as I was headed over here. Like literally, I got to the base and I was like, where's Faraday at? And I was trying to find him and then I was like, oh, okay, he just logged off. But anyways, he's got a little automatic sugarcane farm. He's having an issue here with the Dread Plague. The Dread Plague happened, and I love that. What is this? This is cool. This wasn't here before. When I was over here the other night, and I quite like it because it's like a little tomb with stones around it. But anyways, the Dread Plague happened and has taken over this little area. He was like, what am I going to do with this? But, let's see. I know most of his stuff is up here, towards this factory. So, but I know he said this is just more of like a... it's not like his main base. He said his main base will probably be around for... He's been working on it, you know, and he said it should be around for the next base tour area. So, but I do quite like this one because it reminds me of like... kind of like a factory and like an oil platform, and you know, I quite like the look of this and all the pipes and stuff. He's kind of nifty. And then he's got like up here, I want to show you the top. Whoa, what's that? That wasn't here. That wasn't here before. We're going to have to check that out here in just a second. But he's got smoke coming out of his smokestacks here, and let's go around to this side. We'll enter that building in just a second. I quite like that building a lot. Over here, he's got his water wheel set up. And his farmer. These guys get moved a lot, you'll notice. And I'm going to help. There we go. He kind of moved back a little bit closer. Right over here, this is like his storage area. He's got his portals between lands, Twilight Forest, Nether, beneath, right there. And then right over here, smeltery access. This goes out onto the roof. Oh, there's a platform up here. I did not see this last time. And then his immersive engineering. By the way, Faraday is in age 5, I believe. Because I know he said he made his rocket and everything and was like, he was ready to go to the moon to hit age 5. And I think he, yeah, actually I think he hit age 5. I'm pretty sure. So, because that was, he made his rocket, he was done with his rocket like a couple nights ago. So, I'm pretty sure he's in age 5 right now. And then down here, a storage area. And throughout this, I love this floor, like the limestone and the between stone tiles. Dragon egg, Ender dragon head. He was the first one. He's been the furthest progressed, like fastest or the furthest ahead of us, pretty much since the start, I think. I know Damien and him were like neck and neck for a while, but then Damien had some real life stuff that he was busy with for a while, and then Faraday's been ahead. And then I know Damien's been doing a lot of building. Faraday was waiting till age 5 to start his like heavy building. Over here we have astral sorcery area and trees all around, which if you recall in all the mods, Faradays Base was the one, it was like the overgrown astral sorcery looking area. And then over here we've got his Galacticraft set up. And see his launch station. I'm pretty sure he's been to the moon. Yeah, I know he's been to the moon because I remember when he was doing his final checklist the other night. Figuring out exactly what all he needed and stuff. I love the new textures for the Galacticraft stuff. They actually look a lot better. I know it's still like not a terribly exciting mod once you start getting into it, but I love the new textures for the spacesuit. So that is quite nifty. Anyways, it's going to be a while before we get to that. Because it's still going to be like, it's going to be probably like, it'll be sometime next week, or, you know, the upcoming week that we hit age 3, I'm sure, but it's still a little ways off. Silk glass. I actually made a bunch of this stuff, the blocks, because I was thinking about using it at one spot in the castle, but then I changed my mind. Or at least for that spot, I'm not using it. I also made up a bunch of green polished dendritus, because I thought I was going to use it, and then I didn't end up using it. But anyways, I like this building quite a bit. And the floor and everything, the Darklands oak. And then up here. Oh, there's his oxygen collectors. Ah, I bet you this has to be done. Yeah, it has to be done. Yes, I bet. I don't know. I have no clue. I'm nowhere near this, but... And then Pneumaticraft over here. Pneumaticraft factories and all that. Over in this section. Advanced generators. Alright, so what is this thing? I want to know what this is. I want to know, because I don't recall this being here. Is this an unfamiliar item from Ender Utilities? Teleports us up top. Work in progress, leap of faith. Uh-huh. What is this? Can I go inside of this? Because he said he was working on the platform for his base. But I don't know where it's at. I mean, it could be in space for all I know. I have no actual clue. That's why I was wanting to catch him, catch him online. I'm not for sure, but I know he finished like the first, from what he said, the first round of building on it. Because he said he went through about 40 stacks of blocks for the first bit of the platform or whatever, or the first round of it. I don't know, but yeah. So I don't know where it's at exactly. But this thing is really cool. I don't remember this the other night being here. Oh, these are unfamiliar items. I kind of want to break in there just to see if there's anything in here. I'll replace it. Ah, there is something in here. Or maybe it's just hollow. But I have to know. Okay, it's just hollow, but that's really cool looking. Look at that. Oh, I could have came up through that bottom part. Whoops. Oh well. I'll fix it. There we go. And I'm going to trash that. Okay. So anyways, that is Faradays Base, and This is what it looks like on Journey Map. I like showing that because you kind of get like a good aerial view of it through Journey Map. Okay, so next up, let's see. Next up we have, there's 3 more bases to cover, and like I said, I don't know where Zexugan's base is. He hasn't been on in the last few days, and I don't know. I've never been able to find his base, so I'm not for sure. Now Damien has been working. I'm not going to go out there yet. Damien has been working on some major building. I know he's been posting the pictures in Discord, and I actually dropped by his base the other day, and it's looking amazing. He's been doing some serious work on it. He is in age 4. Like I said, him and Faraday were like the farthest ahead, and then once he hit age 4, because I know that's what he was aiming for, because he was wanting to do his build in age 4. He pretty much, he went straight for age 4, but then as soon as he hit age 4, I mean, he's been building like crazy. And he's been posting the pictures in Discord. He's been doing an awesome job of it, which I'm really happy. And this is something that I want to say on this video, and I want to stress it, like, because I remember Damien saying, well, I'm not that good at building at one point, but he's been doing awesome. So, like, my thing is, like, don't ever feel like you're not good at building, because, like, I used to build like Direwolf. Except I built bigger, but it was still cobblestone, it wasn't very good, but and I still have a long way to progress, but like, he's been doing awesome. So check this out. Like, look at this. Let me set it to, I'm gonna set it to daytime, because he has a lot of outdoor area here. I think this is all like just mob farm, hunting dimension there, and some stuff out here, but look at this. Like, he has been doing an awesome job with this. He's been doing an awesome job. I don't know if there's anything inside this box. Oh, it's just water. Okay. Oh, wait, what's this? It's gates. I have a feeling this... Oh, that's right. He was working on a squid farm. Is this a squid farm, maybe? It might be. But I feel like that's a little bit high. It has to be below ocean level, right? I'm not for sure. This is probably going to be something. So, but I'm not going to pretend like I know what it is just yet. So over here, like, look at this. Look at this area. Like, he has been just destroying it. Because I remember I remember going by his base a while back. It was back when he was ahead and was needing like copper gear or something, because the recipe was bugged back like early into the pack. And I came by his base and he was living in like little dirt holes, like segmented dirt holes for different mods. And then then there's this. Like, it's awesome. It's awesome. So I'm just going to kind of fly around the outside. Look at the wiring that he's been doing. Like, this is professional grade wiring. Like, this is awesome. I have seen him die many a time from this wiring, but he has done a very good job with this wiring. He said it renders. It's been bugging out rendering. And like, look at that. Okay, we gotta get inside of this place, and I love the crane. The crane is awesome, and the only thing I can think of that would make it even cooler, but it's not. The thing about the platform blocks is you can't actually move other things with it. I wish you could, because if you could do like, maybe just like these 6 blocks as platforms, if that could be a thing, and then have it like move up and down, would be awesome. But sadly you can't. It's gotta be like platform blocks. So wicker really wouldn't match, but even still, like, that crane is impressive. And okay, so let's go down in this. This place is big, and I know there's more to it too. Like, look back there, and I know what's back there because me and him were talking about it the other day, and this is awesome. Like, this is awesome. Like, I'd seen the pictures and everything, and the other night when I was out running around, I stopped by and I was just like, whoa, like. This is crazy. This is crazy over here. Let's go down in here. And he's got like a workshop. I mean, a lot of this you can see. I mean, there's work in progress, pillar, dark pillars and stuff like that. And I know how that goes. I've still got cobblestone all over the Rotunda right now, where I'm working on that. But looks like that's making gears. Looks like Galahad's coming online there, and plates and different stuff. Up here, a lot of immersive engineering stuff. That's from Immersive Petroleum, right? Immersive Petroleum. Immersive Petroleum and Immersive... I think Immersive Petroleum and Immersive Tech are both in here. But I could be wrong about Tech. I know Petroleum is for sure. Yeah, and then there's like ladder coming up to reach this upper section up here. This is that little room poke my head into. Oh, this is going to be like a little kitchen. I like this. This is like a foreman's office, kind of like foreman's house. That's quite nifty. I like this. And the views here and the wires and stuff are just awesome. And there's his, another teleporter actually. So over here, let's see. Here's his storage area. Actually quite like this storage. I don't think this is all of his storage. But it's possible he could have AE2 a little bit. Because I know in Age 4 you can get access to like some really basic AE2 stuff. So I'm not for sure. Quartz grindstone, so maybe. Let's see, down in here we've got conveyors that come out. I think they're just for decoration right now, but he does have sorting, which is awesome. I know he said he was looking at my Farming Valley stuff a bit, and so I bet he's going to have items being sorted. And I'll go ahead and say, I mean, this blows my Farming Valley factory out of the water. Like, it's amazing. So good. So good. And then, oh, it's just amazing. I love all the, like, it's built for immersive engineering, so the reason he waited is perfectly evident. Like, it's just so good. And then smelteries over here. That would be handy, making glass. I need to upgrade my glass production because I'm going to need a bunch of it. But I also know that once I hit age 3, we can make glass a whole lot easier as well. So up in here we've got some multi-blocks and then conveyors coming out of here. Which these conveyors could just be decorative, you know. But it looks like they're probably eventually going to have a purpose, I imagine. And then if we step through... Okay, we're about to get to the... I don't know, it's hard to say that it's my favorite part of this build. I really like this build. There's a wolf. It's a dire wolf. It's a dire wolf 20. Over here, this is the back end of that. But then this is something that I know he just started working on a few days ago, and it is a hangar. And he said like his idea for this is that it's going to be a factory that manufactures parts for, I believe he said aircraft. I was wanting to say spaceships, but I believe it's aircraft. That's what he said. But like, look at this. Like, he's got the hangars that are, you know, one's closed, one's partially open. You can see that's supposed to be a 4. I mean, the attention to detail right here is just amazing. Like, it is so good. And then you could see this one's raised, and there's the one where that's, you know, it's pulled up, and then look at that. Like, that is a lot of really good just attention to detail. It's like excellent work over here. I love this build. I love it. I mean, you can see, and a lot of it's work in progress, but it's amazing looking. It is amazing looking, and you could tell. I mean, it's going to be crazy awesome as it progresses. So, excellent work, excellent work. But yeah, like, this is just, it's awesome. It just wows me. It's so well done, so good. And I know it takes a while because builds this big, I mean, it takes a while. So you're going to have, you know, parts like the dirt and sections like this that are just kind of work in progress that you're coming around to as you're getting everything put together. But what he has so far is amazing. Like, I can't wait to see what it looks like in the second base tour, like 25 episodes from now, you know. It's going to be impressive, I have a feeling. Okay, so let's pop over to, let's see. I'm probably going to have to fly, aren't I? Okay, and then over here we have Team Garlic in Your Eye and Cropter. Those two are a team. And their base is really cool too. Like, they've been doing a lot of work on it. So we've got their blood magic area right in here. And it looks like that's probably glowstone right there, I imagine. And let's see. Over here, we've got a lot of their astral sorcery stuff. Over in this section. So across this little bridge. And then, oh, is this our crafting table, it looks like? Like, look at that. This is their base. Yeah, their crafting altar. And I think we might actually spot a cropter. We might spot a wild cropter. Yeah, he's over there somewhere. We'll bump into him. But here's all of his farms and everything. All of his farms. I see a wild cropter over there. We'll get over there in just a second. That building is really cool, by the way. Between lands area. Right there. I don't know what this is. Does this lead anywhere? Or is this... Ah, it's a dark room mob farm. It looks like. Alright, up here. We've got, first up, a little kitchen area. And then over here... Let's see, how do we get in this building? Okay. I actually just found their area the other day, too. Oh, it's chopping up wood. That's what it's doing. Aha. Oops, I didn't mean to grab that. You can have it back. There we go. I actually like that a lot, because I didn't realize the slats would actually let items through like that. Because if they fall on the slats, they pop out. Which is kind of nifty. Anyways, crucibles over here and everything. I love that little design there, though. And then over here we have... Oh, there's Cropter. There's a wild Cropter. He is working. He's busy putting gold into the drawer there. Oh, there's the wood. Or is that... No, that's... I saw sand. Might be wood coming through here, too. I don't know. I saw some sand come through here and go up. And I like these drawers that they're using, because it matches up with this building, this massive building here. Let's go over to this building first, I think, and then we'll hit that building. That building... I know this building's work in progress. You know, I like it. This is just the first build tour, so I know everybody's been saying, you know, it's still work in progress and stuff, but you know, that's natural. You know, it all just takes time. We're all building like pretty big stuff, so it just, you know, it just takes time. So right through here we have this really nice. I love the design for this building. You know, the stone, the brownstone, the limestone from between lands. You got the treated wood ceilings with the slate. It's a really nice color combination, I think. But all through here, it's like immersive engineering stuff. All throughout here. Cropter's busy working. He's always busy working. So right now I'm on the server with Callahan and Cropter. So it's changed a bit since we first started. I'm playing it like middle of the night, you know. It's normal time for me. Everybody thinks at first that I live in Europe, but I do not. I do not. I just have weird schedules. But yeah, lots of immersive engineering and all that stuff through here. Second floor, nothing up here just yet. Still a work in progress. Okay, so let's pop over into this building here. Like, look at this building. I mean, it's massive. And it looks like there's some astral sorcery going on over here. Oh, I think that zombie's building it, actually. Nothing over here. I think that zombie's the one building it. Yeah. But look at this building. It's a big building. It's a massive building. So, let's pop inside of here. Abyss of Craft right there. And auto cactus. I still need to set one of those up, because especially using cactus with the conversion wand, I definitely need it. But look at this building. It's really, really cool. We've got machines, items for crusher, squeezer, and arc furnace. Enchanting area. Yeah, the basement just leads into the mines. At the bottom of here is nether portal. So we've got item storage through here. Cropter busy working. He's always busy working. So lots of chest storage and crates. Like, this is like dense storage through here. And then, you know, they've got the drawer network over there, but let's see. Uncrafting table. I still need to make one of those, but I don't know. I think it's balanced in this pack, so there's not really anything you can exploit with it. I don't think. I could be wrong. I know in my experience, usually the uncrafting table is really hard to balance. That's why usually it's like disabled, but it's not in this pack. There's a little chicken farm right in there. I love the way this building is like split down the middle. See, like it's open like that. And the roof, you know, connects over. I do quite like that. And then if we carry on through, we have, you know, the smelteries back in here. Tinker's Tank. or Tinker's Furnace. This is Tinker's Furnace. They may not have a Tinker's Tank. No, I don't see one anyways. Which I still need to build a furnace and a tank as well. And then, if we head upstairs, I don't think there's too much up here at the moment. Yeah, when I was over here the other night, I didn't see much. And they are in age 4. Yeah, they're in age 4 right now. So I think, yeah, like the south is all like age 4 and age 5, I think. And then over here is a village. Okay. And by the way, let's see, where is Damien's base from the sky? He's like that. And then Cropter and Garlic's base, that's what it looks like. Josh was asking if I ever slept, because I'm on here like all the time. I think I have the highest playtime on the server by a lot. Everybody was talking about their playtime, and they were like 8 days, 9 days. I have like almost 20 days of playtime on here. But that's Garlic and Cropter's base, and then I forgot to show you Damien's base from Journey Map. So that is their base, and then we still have to go check out Sveard's base, which I have not actually been to. I couldn't find it the other night, and then I didn't end up teleporting. You know, I was going to teleport over there. Okay, yeah, I don't think Sveard and Garlic and Cropter have teleports set up yet. I don't think. I didn't see one. Oh, wait. I didn't see this. Okay, this is Sveard's base. Okay, wait a second. Okay, no, there's not one up here. So they may not have one yet set up just yet. But anyways, this is Sveard's base. This is Astral Sorcerer area. Like way up here. These got set up. And then down here we've got farms and Between Land Portal. I'm going to save the best part for last because his blood magic area is awesome. It's really, really well done. And then he's got his Abyssal Craft stuff out there. And then over here, I'm going to keep my back turned there. This is my first time seeing it in person, but I did see some pictures of it. But his base, he's got immersive engineering stuff. Looks like all through the middle there. Enchanting. And over here... Oh wait, where's this go? Okay, this heads downstairs and we got water wheels. And a spawner cage with skeletons. Alright, so out here we've got immersive engineering. Sveard is in age 4 as well. New Matacraft back over here. I believe he's still in age 4. Yeah, he's still in age 4. At the moment. I think Faraday's the only one in age 5. I think most of them are in age 4. Yeah, I think most everybody's in age 4. I actually can't think of anybody that's in age 3 right now. If Team Darp's in age 4 now, yeah, I think everybody else is in age 4. Except for me, Trivedi, Zila Monster, and Wega. Like all the northern people. And then Josh, you know. But yeah. We're all in age 2 and below. Like the south is like really highly advanced past us. Anyways, his storage area. And then his smeltery and horsepower stuff. Okay, now, the big part. The big part, look at this. This is his blood magic area. Which it is, let me actually fix this weather. We'll clear this stuff up. But this is, the design he's using is actually based off of, if you've ever seen Akko the Builder, which he doesn't do YouTube anymore, but he was like my favorite YouTuber, like ever. Before he quit, and I know Severe's the same way. Like he loves Akko the Builder. I love Akko the Builder. And the design, the actual design setup for the blood magic altar, he is based off one of Akko's builds. But like, look at the detail work. Like this is all chisels and bits up here for the spikes, and then blood moat and everything. Like it's an epic build, and kind of. Kind of eerie. It's like an evil pagoda is what it reminds me of. But anyways, if we climb these steps, there we go. That's his blood altar, and it's Akko's setup was like the reversed, where it's like the reversed pyramid, and that's what he's using here. It's kind of the reversed pyramid setup. And then that, I'm sure that's glowstone. Yeah, I know what it is. He's wanting to change it, I think, to sea lanterns, but right now it's glowstone because he didn't have sea lanterns And then all of his blood magic stuff. And again, this episode, I'm going to break this and just pop down here so we can actually see it. Okay, I was actually kind of curious if he had mob set up or not yet. But this is his altar right now, and it looks like he is at a tier 4 at the moment. Yeah, that's right. And then it's beacon. Okay, yeah, he hasn't done the beacons yet. But okay, I was getting myself confused there. I was like, no, wait a second. But yeah, so we trash that, and yeah, that is, he has done a very good job on it. I actually love this building a lot. So quite well done, I have to say. Like I said, I mean, I know this video is going to end up being about an hour, probably once I edit. But I mean, like I said, there's a lot of excellent builders on the server, and a lot of work that's being done on a lot of these builds and stuff. And this is just our first, you know, this, of course, this is just our first base tour, 25 episodes in. So who knows, you know, by the next base tour, what it's going to be like. So I mean, that's most everybody. Like I said, I don't know where Zexugan is, where his base is. If he hops on, you know, the next couple days, then I'll just run by his base and we can check it out in an episode or something. But as of right now, I'm not really sure whereabouts he is. So, and I am about 2,000 blocks from home. That's actually not that far. I'm going to fly back in creative just because I came out here. So anyways, I know it's about wrapping up point for this episode. We got to see everybody. Some awesome, like I said, some awesome builds going on the server. Most of them I had seen pretty recently whenever I was out looking for blue schist the other night. Blue schist, I don't know, whichever one, whatever it is. But anyways, I'm no geologist. But most of them I had seen, but I had not, like I said, I did not manage to find Severed. I knew he was somewhere near Garlic and Cropter, but I had not got to see his yet, aside from, you know, in the pictures and stuff. And then I had not gotten to see Red Rock Mountain Man since the first time I was out there. Because it's a little bit of a trip with the sword and sling and the boots. But soon it's not going to be so bad, and I'll be able to just pop over there anytime pretty quick. And then I hadn't seen that pylon at Faradays. I'm pretty sure that's new, because I don't know how I would have missed it otherwise. So I'm pretty sure that was new. So really awesome job to everybody on the server. Really great builds coming together, and I'm excited to see, you know, how those things progress. And also I know Team Derp stuff had changed a bit since I saw it the other night. So excellent job, and let them know what you think down in the comments, you know, because like I said, I mean, there's some awesome builders on the server. There really is. like I said, I mean, Damien's factory just it blows my Farming Valley factory out of the water. It's amazing, because he was, you know, he's going with that just massive scale, and that massive scale is just beautiful, and all that attention to detail. I love those doors, and it's so well done, so well done. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to go around and see everybody's base and what everybody's working on, the projects that are ongoing and everything. And like I said, I mean, I'm going to do these about every 25 episodes or so, which gives us a little bit over a month, or, you know, closer to a month and a half between each server tour. That way there's time for, you know, builds to progress and everything. So, so the next one will be around, it'll probably be episode 50 when we do the next one. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, to stay updated with when new videos come out, and make sure and show them some love down in the comments and everything. And I had a lot of fun, and to everybody on the Patreon server, you guys are doing awesome stuff, and really excellent builds going on. So anyways, I will see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys then.